Just look at what happens to the opponent when a Russian strongman steps into the ring. Fyodor Emelianenko, despite a series of setbacks, approached the fight with an iron resolve to reclaim his former status and prove that, even in the toughest moments, he remains a fighter of world-class caliber. Not just victory was important, it was essential for his moral recovery, and for this, he was ready to give everything in the ring. The stands were boiling with excitement, and in one of the seats sat someone whose presence gave Fyodor confidence and strength. It was none other than the president of Russia, whose gaze was fixed on this fight. His support for Fyodor meant not only moral, but also physical reinforcement. It was like an additional motivation that made the athlete push himself to the limit. At some point, it became clear that this fight held not just a sporting, but also a symbolic significance. Fyodor chose a tactic that gave him the greatest advantage, the fight in the stand-up. He actively controlled the distance, not allowing Jeff Gregor to implement his usual strategy of taking the fight to the ground. Every move he made was precise and confident. Low kicks repeatedly weakened his opponent's legs, but Fyodor didn't stop there. He used every opportunity to land powerful strikes with his hands, and his punches, like hammers, repeatedly found their target, shaking the American. As the fight progressed, it became clear that Jeff could no longer withstand the pace set by the Russian fighter. He seemed to transform into a target for Fyodor's powerful strikes, unable to alter the course of the bout in any way. His actions became increasingly passive, and his desire to simply make it to the final bell became more obvious. Fyodor, without rushing things, continued to dominate. He could have ended the fight early, but he chose not to risk it and decided to take it to a logical conclusion. The judges unanimously awarded the victory to Emelianenko, and this fight became not just a win in the statistics, but also an important moral milestone for Fyodor. As for Jeff, he could be said to have barely survived until the final bell. This fight became a vivid example of how willpower and determination can change the course of events.